Hey, Mike from Metro Trails with some more hiking and history. I could just spew on about this stuff forever, so you can have another long-winded one here. So here we are this is called Point Mountain North. This is the northernmost park in Hunterdon County and part of the largest park in the entire Hunterdon County park system. There's over 20 miles, I believe, at this point, because they just added some new. There used to be over 15 miles of trails in this park when I used to work for Hunterdon County Parks. So this section here, this white trail, will go up over Point Mountain North. It's a peak that is not part of the main Point Mountain peak, but it does reach a higher elevation. And this greenway continues to grow all the time. It's a beautiful area. Here we have some the native black raspberries are starting to come in. We try not to eat so many of these. Eat the red wine berries, which we don't have any of those in here. The black raspberries are the native species that the wine berries are pushing out. So I had the good fortune of working with some great people on this trail system when we first developed it in 2009. It's like most parks, they're short-staffed. They're getting a little grown in here. Red trail breaks off over here. The white one continues up. But we laid out a really cool system using old woods roads as well as new trail construction. It was myself, Tom Lizzie, Tom Shepard, Bill Clother, and Doug Kioski. We all made our way through all of this and laid out a really interesting trail system. But there's some history over here too. So, you follow the red trail over here. Notice this big cut in here. It was really rough to clear it, so we didn't put the trail down here. But this is an old road. It used to be a through route. So the trail parallels this. It does pick it up briefly further up. But this is Hermit's Lane. If you were to go over nearby Penwell Road, Hermit's Lane is a dead-end private drive now, but it used to be a through route from Old Turnpike Road near the Morris County line, right on through. So it was a very well-graded road, and the red trail just goes across it, and then it follows some field perimeters over there. So there's some of that. There's a whole lot of stuff to see over here. So I really loved being able to be a part of the development of the trail system up here. And it's a great connection. And in the wintertime, you get some really good seasonal views. There you have your triple blaze. Two on the top, one on the bottom is end of trail. Two on the bottom, one on the top is beginning of trail. You can still see my original paint blazes are on there for the beginning of the trail, which I painted in 2009. Paint blazes hold up really good. I'm not personally a fan of the plastic ones. But there was at one time a house up here, demolished now. And there's a whole lot of interesting stuff. So there's four-leaf clover. Anyway, I see these things all the time. People don't like to believe me, but I don't know if you can quite see that. But anyway, some good luck there. We'll leave that for somebody else to come and pick up. Anyway, I'll talk about that a little bit more on our way to the next thing. And why I remember so much random stuff. This is kind of a little dead-end access road that leads to the parking area. And right here on your left is where Hermit's Lane used to continue. The access picks it up here. And over this way, you have an old lime kiln. They processed limestone and then used it for fertilizer in the fields. So these are deteriorating all over the area. So eventually you won't see them anymore. The central arch is already collapsed there, you can see. If you don't want to take the red trail, this is an easier way to get up into the field perimeter section. And here it connects with Old Turnpike Road. Down there beyond the machines across that field is present day Route 57, now the Warren Heritage Scenic Byway route. But the Old Turnpike Road is the original highway built on an Aboriginal trail. I believe it was 1806 this was chartered to connect Morristown with Easton. Once again, it's one of my favorite kinds of roads because there's no lines in it. Makes for some nice ambiance. Let's walk down this way a little bit. Anyway, I see four-leaf clovers. It's like a pattern recognition thing that I have. That when I've talked about trying to figure it out, it actually ties in with why I remember so much random stuff. People always say, "Oh, do you have a photographic memory?" Quick answer is no. Probably when I was in elementary school, you could say that I have what they'd put in the spectrum of photographic memory. But that's not what it is. Now the photographic memory is more what I think they call hyperthymesia, and I don't have that because I can't remember everything that clearly. It's only the stuff I'm interested in, and only what I kind of build upon. If it's something that I'm interested in, and if I've actually walked the things, I theorize that your brain is kind of, by design, something that interprets the world at the pace that you can walk or run, that your feet can carry you. There's Eddie Bear's farm. And I think that I've trained my mind to interpret the world at that pace that humans are intended to interpret it. And as such, I remember it better. So it's sort of an exercise. It's like some people can lift heavy things. I can lift heavy information. But what they've said I have was an advanced consolidation recall based on mnemonic strategy, and that's because I'm building on all this information I already know. So here we go, Widner Farm Bridge on the Old Turnpike. Like it says on the sign, it's the only bridge of this design in Warren County. Or in Hunterdon County on the sign here, but it should say Warren County too, because obviously it goes between the two counties. It doesn't have a date on this sign. Interesting. I thought it did. That's okay, I can tell you anyway. It's built in 1890. So we're gonna walk across the Widner Farm Bridge. I've been told that this is really an inaccurate name for the bridge, that it shouldn't be called Widner Farm Bridge, but whatever. Beautiful stone arch bridge. A couple of years ago it was repointed and stabilized. See some of the arches there. And across you have one of the few of the generation farms remaining. The Waters farm is up there. It's called Waters Road that you're looking at. The Waters family, real nice people, still up there farming too. And we're coming out to the present day Route 57. So the original highway route was rerouted from the Old Turnpike here to over here. One of the number designations that people might remember here is Route 24. Some parts of the old highway route in Morris County are still designated 24, from Hackettstown area over Schooley's Mountain down through Long Valley and out into Chester on its way to Morristown. So, last bit of history I'll point out here. On your left, you have a big tree and a stone wall. And I was driving through here with one of my supervisors one time, and he says, "I've always liked that barn foundation over there." And I didn't realize people don't know what that is. It's not a barn foundation. That is a colonial cemetery. Not only is it a colonial cemetery, but that old Turnpike road that we were just walking, General George Washington and the Continental Army marched that, and when he was passing through here, one of his men died. And he asked the family here if he could bury the soldier in their cemetery. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the soldier that's buried there, but yeah, he's there. So we are looking at a colonial cemetery right there. Now this is private land. Do not trespass or try to go into it. I want to stress the fact that not all cemeteries are public. So this is privately maintained by the family. Respect their privacy, don't trespass. So there's a little history for you on Old Easton Morristown Turnpike, cemetery, some of my own experiences in the area. And thanks again for watching. Till next time.